Okay, welcome back. So last time we built a bit of a solar array and algae farm so that we get some resources to, well, feed ourselves with, what was it called? Kelp crisps. And that is very much needed because we are already down to 29%. I think we got some resources from one of the previous runs for fruit. And also we need to clean up all of our stuff because I'm getting irritated by all the different machinery that I can't differentiate between the base and our car, our Rover. So let's grab everything. There's a renaming mod installed. Again, if anyone is interested in the used mods, let me know and I can start adding a mod list to the video description. So let's give it a prefix of Earth base graphics. Okay. Then also I do not want to see the algae farms listed here anymore. No need for that. Batteries okay. The camera we don't need. That is the solar camera. Let's rename that as well. Custom turret controller is our solar controller, let's call it. Also no need to show that. Food processor can stay. This is our solar hinge. And what else? Wind turbine can stay. Survival kit can stay. The solar panels I will hide all except one. And advanced rotor is our solar rotor. Also not to be shown. Rest can stay because it could be useful. We don't want to have any of those show up in the Rover config. And also our connectors, we don't want to see those in the terminal. I only need them in the inventory screen. Let's see. The rest can stay. Yeah. Alright, and if you hear noises in the background, I'm sorry for that. There's a construction going on in the building and nothing to do about that. Sadly, that will go on for a couple of days, so it might be in 1 or 2 recordings along the line. Okay, so the base is renamed. Now let's go continue with our rover. Do the same here. We select everything. Rover, graphics. We do not need to show the wheels, but we will basically, rover, wheels, combine them into one group. Just a bit of cleanup work. I don't need to see the headlights, because when you're sitting in a vehicle like a Rover, same as with your suit light, you can just press L and you can see it toggles in the bottom side near the toolbar. You can see the lights of the Rover being toggled. So it's the same as if you're outside of your vehicle and you press L, it toggles the lights of your suit. So that means you don't need to waste a slot in the hotbar for that. Then cockpit, I only need to show that in the inventory screen. The drill is the same thing, it's configured so I don't need that visible here. Antenna, also no need, but I will bump it up to 5000 so that we have a bit more view, and I always like to show the ship name. So in this case our exploration rover, let's call it that. Gyroscope, no need. Ore detector, it's configured so I don't need to show it. The generator is only in the inventory screen, same as our connector. Event controller I never want to see here. Solar panel, no need, and that also on the inventory screen. And for the containers, wait, don't we have 3 containers? Ah no, we had, okay, no, we had only 2. Okay, so let's give that a number 1 at the end, and both of them I only want to see in my inventory screen. Batteries I always keep because it's always very good and useful to see the values, and especially the build info extension. But yeah, let's keep it that way, and we can park and dock again, and now it's a bit more cleaned up what we have in our control panel. Yeah, we can probably even get rid of some other parts here, but let's keep the rest as it is. And the next step is to decide what to do about mining. So, as mentioned, I want to have that as a mostly automated mining operation, and before we can get any bigger base building started, we need a more or less constant input of at least iron. Nickel would be very useful to have as well, but iron will be the base for building most of the stuff. And yeah, for that we need a bit of resource production going on. And I'm a bit undecided back and forth if I want to do that on this base or in a separate building, but I think we will go with a separate building, and I will not extend the space much further for just basic resource collection, because I want to restructure everything and make the best use out of the space that we have here. So we will get started and build a base over there near the iron fields. That's what I will, or what I've planned to do for all of those facilities or mining sites, is basically having a dedicated building standing there that is taking care of resource of collecting ores, processing them, and then have a docking port where you can collect the ingots that come out of that. So let's see, do we have any more food? Nope. Okay. Hope this production will start soon and get better. Might need to update that at some point and add another. We can already add another collector here if we move the camera to a different space. Oh no, not even that is necessary. Okay, we'll do a small extension first. So we have the half algae farm. That one can sit right on top of this here. If we move the camera to a different position, like on this controller, we can add another one and have even more algae being produced. So let's get rid of this. And add another algae farm right here. Because then we have those algae farms, we have those algae farms, so we add two more and just need to configure our first build plan. I forgot that. So let's go build that up, and then we need to reconfigure our custom third controller to make use of the new camera. That unhide controller, solar controller, and use this camera instead. And that one is now called again Earth Base Solar Camera, and we can hide it like the previous one we had. Okay. Components. Still missing a lot of components, but maybe we can finish one of those. Yes, we can. Alright, and let's now validate. Does it affect our solar collection? No, it does not. Perfect. That's what I wanted. So we added two more algae farms. Well, one is not finished yet, but we will get there. Ouch. I guess we are out of resources again. Yeah, we are missing iron, as always. That was predictable. But yeah, at least we have one world up and the other one can follow soon. Let's see, what do we have? We need this. And do we have steel plates? Yes, we do. Let's take that as well. Did I think already save that station? Yes, we did. Okay. Even more in the Rover. Perfect. Okay. Unpark. And as always, while going off to do our stuff, we will collect some resources. Okay, so this is where we had dug our holes or until now. And it's a bit difficult to see because of the grass being rendered, but yeah, let's try something. I will set the grass density to 0. Alright, this gives us a better overview of the mining field that we have here, and with the digging that I did, I know that this is a rather flat or not so deep deposit, so I think we will go with a more simple mining base here. So let's get started. Okay, I think this will be our base plate. So a, what is it, a 7x7 kind of building size. That might be enough. We will see. Worst case, I can extend it still a little bit outwards with the entry right in the middle here. And then we can do a drilling operation outwards over there. My plan is to basically build a row of conveyors and then have a drill attached here that can rotate around and drill out that area. And when we have enough resources, we will exchange that for a drone that is digging up the whole terrain here. But yeah, that will be the beginning, and a small improvement, not but an optimization basically of the building style is to use half pipe blocks here for the ground, because that requires less resources to build and still gives us a more or less, well, kind of full block to look at and work with. Doesn't visually make a difference if we have a full block or such a half block, but it takes, well, half the resources to use. So I think it's even less than half the resources. And yeah, it's much more on the saving side of resources. So yeah, let me get that not welded up, but yeah, let's use that as a starting place. Yeah, I can enable the grass again in a moment, and yeah, we'll do some mining of iron to have enough resources to get that started. So see you later. Okay, we have collected quite a few resources. There's a bit left in the mining hole, but I can collect that next time that I'm driving over. There's still the last algae farm to be welded up, and we already got a good production of food with this. We got like 8 packs already, and that will sustain us quite well. And our battery, how is it doing? Fully charged in 4 hours, that looks good. So now that we don't have anything else in production, let's put up a lot of steel plates that we will use to build our mining base over there. Okay, we have arrived at our destination, our small platform here that we use as a base. And yeah, it's time to weld everything up and get the base structure going. And that's it already. That's so much for roughly 600, I think, or 550 steel plates. So that is just the easy to weld middle parts. That take, what is it, 12 steel plates versus 25 of the outer ones. So yeah, I guess we need to go back, collect more iron, use more steel plates, and get cracking. Alright, now that our base plate is complete, I think it's time to put a couple of buildings and structures here that we will need. So let's start with where's it? Cargo container. Let's start with our refinery, because as mentioned previously, the idea is that this will be a base building that the mining drone will attach to. It will collect all the ores from the drone and process them using our refinery here. A single one should be enough for iron and stuff like that, so let's put that maybe right on the side here, but one block away from the wall so that we can add all the modules on the back. And then we will add a large container. Let's use the industrial one, I like that version. It takes steel plates, but interior plates. Okay, that's fine. So this one will be our... Let's see, that will be our storage for finished ingots. One should be enough. And on the other side, let's turn it maybe... No, we will keep it this way. Let's put two of them here, maybe. Could we put one on the top? I don't want that to be too high. Let's put another one facing it previous right here. So those two will be our ore deposits. And we have one for the finished result for the ingots. We have a bit of space over here for batteries, so let's add maybe 3 of them. Should be okay. And what else do we need? Conveyors, a lot of conveyors. So let's go from here. One up. And this has the attachment point over here, so... Still do this. So this will need to switch that around. So first of all, we need a conveyor sorter, because out of here we only want to pull, insert ingots, and now this is becoming a bit narrow, so maybe we do switch around. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so We will use a T-junction here. Another sorter. Let me think. We have iron ore here, so we only extract ores from this one. Then another container attached to that side. And the batteries that we had before, we can now put the backside here. And we need a, what is it? This way. We want to go with a cross. Let's use a pipe junction. Okay, another curve going in that. And then this way around we go into that portal. And that is attached, that is attached. Okay, our refinery has access to ores from those two containers through that sorter. Our finished ingots will be produced and pulled into this one container, and then we just need to add access points and a way to get rid of gravel. And we also need a way to, well, get rid of all the gravel that we produce. So let's add another sorter that goes out there, and yeah, let's use a conveyor here so that it is airtight later in that wall. And from there we will just extend a little bit with regular tubes going down this way, and then we add a connector here. And I think we will also have to pull items or pull ores into the system from this direction here. So let's use another conveyor here. Go like this. Add another conveyor block here into the wall. And close that up with regular blocks. Actually, let's get a bit of a alternating design. By using also these blocks here. And we will colorize everything and paint it later on. Oh, actually, I need to switch that up a little bit.
Inventory full.
Because we need a full block right in that middle part to match our ore side here. So it's just a direct alternating pattern. This. Same on this side.
Inventory full.
And on the front side as well, but there we will have a small difference for the entrance. Okay, then we add a door to our building. Let's go with the new centered half glass doors. Like those very much. And we also need a bit of, well, air tightness here so that we don't suffocate inside. I think that was tanks
Fuel
there.
low.
My fuel's getting low. Let's refill. And vents. Where is it? And vent there. Full one? No, the half block version we need here. That one will pull air from the outside and make it available on the inside. And then for the rest, just pull that up. All the blocks that we need. This. And one more over here, and okay, I didn't notice that one is a bit of an oddball now, but oh well.
Fuel low.
Let's just keep it as it is. Incorporate it.
Fuel critical.
And yeah, of course, fuel empty. Refill. And eat some snacks. Don't go starving. Alright, and full blocks. Oh, no, pistons. Full blocks on those rows. Again, the only exception is our middle part here. The door frame. Okay. What's wrong? Okay, did we miss anything? Yes, over here. Alright, so that is this. Then we will need to dig down here quite a lot to make space for... Actually, no. We need to change that a little bit. I would rather like that to be a Small subgrid with an advanced rotor. We use a... Maybe we don't use a rotor, but we use a hinge instead. Yeah, let's go with a hinge. And for that we will add the medium head. And on that medium head we will then add a converter. And on that converter a bunch of small conveyors. Come on. Ta-da. Swing, swing. Swing around. Need more weight on the bottom. No, I'm running out of resources. Do we have some more? Yes, we do. Nice. Please stop swinging by now. Okay. Yet another row, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. So, okay. And at the bottom of this, we will add small connectors. And some more. Yep, that should work. We will make this look nicer once everything is welded up and can be controlled, but the idea is basically to have a hole in the bottom here in the ground where all of those small conveyors can extract our gravel. So, thinking about it, this is more... Okay, what I've built here, I did a mistake. So what I built here is basically what I would use if I want to get rid of all the stone. But in our case, I don't think we will want to get rid of stone right now, but keep it and only get rid of gravel. So in that case, it's easier to really go with just a single connector that is just outputting the gravel directly. Because for stone you want to have more connectors, especially the small ones, because the big ones will produce big stones that are dropped in the world, and that can consume quite a lot of space, to be honest. And while with this you just get the small packages of gravel being dropped, and that is good enough. Okay, so we will go with that. Drop gravel down that chute. Could even want to get that closer to the base. No, let's keep it there. Need to extend the blocks over here a little bit to the ground. Make it not look too ugly. Don't want any floating buildings here. Okay, should be fine for now. Then we have a connector over here, or a conveyor port, and that we will extend further out. And we'll attach our mining setup here, which will be either a drone or directly a drill for the start, to collect our resources, or collect the ores. They get processed inside. Gravel will be extracted here, and we will be able to pick up resources from, let's say, over here. Yes. For that we need another conveyor sorter. Nice. And they on the bottom side. Okay, let's go with this anyway. So this will be our access port to the top. And I think we can top it off with our half blocks again. Saves again a bit of resources. And once everything is welded up, I will probably have to remove some blocks again to add lights. Yeah, that is complete. Okay. What did I miss here? Another like that. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, actually, no. Let's do the finished part with these slopes instead. Yeah, I think I like that more. So let's get rid of all those blocks here. The slopes instead. And we have them here as well, okay. Now,
Fuel low.
for those blocks I also want to do something different. Just too flat and straight at the top. Let's get rid of them again, and... Oh, I'm not even sure. This is probably not airtight, is it? Oh, I didn't think about that. They might need to put some plating at the top to make it airtight, but we will get to that later. So, let's use this block here. So I think that looks a bit nicer as a finishing part. And then for the corners we will... What do we use? This one not. No. That might work. Look. Yeah, that could work.
Fuel critical.
Oh, yeah, fuel. There was something. And snacks. So what else would work? Maybe we can also go with this block. Oh yeah, that I think is a much better fit. Yeah. Because a perfect fit won't be available because we would need one that is basically having another kind of elevation here or a cut in that slope, but that doesn't exist. So we go with those corner blocks. Best option we have with the blocks available to us. And then we might be able to solve the problem of our air tightness with solar panels. So let's see, where was our access point for getting the resource out of the system? I mean, there's one access point, of course, at the top of this refinery, but I think I did add one just a moment ago. Ah, that's the problem. Everything looks the same in the unwelded state. Eh. Half block. So let's see, it must have been somewhere around here. At that block? Oh, I did, here. It is. Right at the top of the ingot container. Alright, so let's close that off again. And we will add a connector here. And then our entryway is on this side. So we could cover everything up with some solar panels like this. Oh no, they're overlapping then.
Fuel low. Fuel critical.
Yeah, I think I will just go with this. And yeah, that will give us a little bit of energy, but of course not nearly enough to do all the operations, so we will have to set up something on the side for power production. But yeah, let's get back to the base. Alright, I think I will make a cut here for today, and we'll weld up parts of our building for next time, and yeah, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and see you in space.